Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another episode of our Star Wars Out in the Dark. I am the Ravenous Archon. My name is Will, and I will be your storyteller this evening. And last we left off, we opened up with Eedee, who is now, much to my chagrin, a Jedi Knight of the Old Republic. He's an ambassador being sent out to portions of wild space that had been lost during the Great Sith War. He was out investigating an ancient hyperspace buoy that had been activated recently, out past the Outer Rim's edge, and we got to meet Aira Humes, who is the captain of the Pulsar's Ghost, and we got to meet some of her crew, among them being Har and Jargo, two new members of our cast. We saw that Eedee had spent most of his trip in a closet that they had given to him because most people still consider him a droid and not an actual living creature. But we found them descending out of hyperspace, traveling through wild space, and coming across this beautiful, or could have been a beautiful system. They found that one of the planets had what looked to be a land bridge connecting its moon to itself and locking it in a geosynchronous orbit. And that's when they met EMM-17, which turned out to be a facility, a whole mining facility that had fought against its primary objective, or fought alongside its primary objective, depending on how you see it, and fought for its own independence. And it had built itself out into connecting to the moon, and as such has become a kind of rogue AI. But they didn't know that when they arrived. We got to see Har, Jargo, and Eedee kind of explore, figure out what had happened to the previous denizens of the world, and then discover that EMM-17 was actually responsible for their deaths. There was a mechanical six-legged saber-toothed tiger that was stalking them, that they ended up fighting and finding that its core had been made of cortosis, which was something that is detrimental to Jedi because of what its properties can do to their lightsabers. But in one final act of a devotion and heroism, Eedee's companion for some time, the little droid Charlie, ejected its memory core, stayed behind, and locked itself in the facility to make sure that nothing got out after them as they raced towards the ship, the Pulsar's Ghost, as it was not landing to pick them up, but just swooping down. We left off with a telecommunications, a subspace message that had been sent directly to Eedee from a ship called the Winchester that was in Tatooine and was captained by one Flid Grilled. And this is where we're going to find everyone. Good to see your faces, boys.
Hi.
Back in the saddle again.
Here we go.
Look at me.
The only
Absolutely
one, the
nothing
only
bad is
one
happening.
missing is Dr. Shakti.
Oh,
Dr. Shakti.
Oh man. So we open on the Winchester. It is currently scuttling through space. The heavy turrets of the Republic outpost on Tatooine did a number on the ship. It is limping. But I think that Flid doesn't really have his head in repairing the ship currently. Against all odds and against Ruldu and the newest member to join, which is Adeline, going back for Silas and Nella is not an option. Where do we find Flid?
It's gonna be AIM, who's carbonite, right?
Mhm.
I will probably be in the cargo bay, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
Unless you want to take her up to your room and do naughty
Mm.
things.
No. We have plenty of room, right? So I'll have her with her own room, plus with Adeline, who's supposed to be safekeeping her.
Mhm.
But so I'm in the room. There, I probably haven't talked to anybody from the crew because if I do, I'm just gonna lash out in anger,
Mhm.
especially at Rodu,
Yep.
because I'm gonna hold him responsible and blame him for Drox not making it on time to pick us up. Instead, he made a detour to pick up this fool.
Yep.
So with that knowledge and that thought, I've just been keeping to myself and just staying in the room of AIM, holding blaster pistol. Never left Liz's hip.
Yeah. Adeline is adamant that your wife is going to be safe. You just need to get to a facility where the carbonite extraction can be performed safely. The ship's hyperdrive is damaged currently, and with Drox kind of sitting in the pilot seat and keeping Ruldu at bay, it's become a little bit difficult to get anywhere. You are currently limping around the system, just trying to find a space to kind of take a breather, relax, find uh, find yourself in your center. And after an hour or so, Drox will kind of wheel himself over to the room, knock on the door.
Sorry, Drew. Did you said he received a radio transmission from the Winchester?
No, he is knocking on the door to tell you that he has just sent a transmission um, to the Jedi Academy on Coruscant.
All right, no, I just wanted to find. You know if they received it.
They told me that Eedee wasn't on the planet, but they're bouncing it over to wherever he is right now.
Your sister.
I didn't ask.
Anything else?
I'm keeping Ruldu in the cockpit for now. If you're gonna be heading that direction, give me some prior warning, and I'll make sure that he's not in the way. Your wife all right?
We all Drox.
Yeah. I'm gonna get back to flying the ship and give you some time. And he backs off and
Hold the pistol. I try doing one of the Silas nice little gun tricks with the hand. Try to. And just thinking of seeing him when he did it the first time, how impressive that was, because I've never anybody do what he did.
Mm-hmm. You spin it once, you spin it twice, and the third time doesn't complete its spin, as you remember. Excuse me. As you kind of look to the corner of your eye, you see Barnaby standing there, and you immediately think back to the message that he left you.
Hey there, buddy. I miss him too.
He kind of steps over, and he just puts his hand on your shin reassuringly.
I put my hand on his head.
You have a moment with him. Adeline kind of looks around and is there a room that I could have, sir?
Whichever one you want. It's yours. Anyone that's available and vacant. Except room. And I point to Silas's room.
Yep.
One's off limits.
Thank you. See if one of the rooms across the hall is open so I can be close to your wife.
Gonna be alright, right?
I have checked on several people that have been transported using carbonite before. Although her exit was sudden, sir. Her life signs are normal.
Why is my wife? This is even my wife. Why is she encased in carbonite?
See Adeline go through her datapad. I don't have clearance for that kind of information, sir. It's locked behind Senator Rames's password.
Of course you don't. Is there any way to get around that?
Not unless you know some hacker, sir.
Eedee can probably do it.
Is that a droid, sir?
Family.
She nods and then she kind of starts to walk out the door.
For you. Business do you have with my wife?
I'm just in charge of her well-being, sir.
You know her before she was encased?
I got to speak to her some, yes?
Really her?
As opposed to who, sir?
Never mind.
Again, she nods and she backs out of the room. Just you and Aim and Barnaby currently in the room.
to get a message out to Eedee. Barnaby have that capacity, that capability?
No, his range is very short. At best, it's a kilometer.
We need to find Eedee and Dr. Shakti. This crew has been separated for far too long already.
He nods, and you see the little hollow projector pop up top of his head, and he shows you one of the few images that he captured of all of you kind of sitting at the table. It looks like it's right before Eedee got his new body.
Oh boy, I lost count of how many bodies he's had, so.
Yeah. It is the ugly amalgam of the Trade Federation droid and the C-3PO body.
Oh, really?
Some would
Really?
say the best one.
Who says that's the best one? Who are these people?
Which one does Zoe like? That's the question.
Rose gold C3PO with the clear chest and the cape.
Okay. Of course.
We're gonna get the crew back together, Barnaby.
He nods.
All right. Get on the comm of the ship, and I'm like, we've already established and changed the name of the ship and everything.
Yep.
Good. Rocks. Getting up to the cockpit.
You hear back. All right, we're moving.
I go up to aim, put my hand, face on the flat surface. Oh, get you out of this, my love. And I head towards the cockpit.
Okay. You head into the cockpit, and it's been emptied. There's clear sign that Drox was in here. Also, Ruldu has left one of his walking sticks behind. But it is a weird sensation not having somebody there to point out what you're doing wrong, point out what you're doing right, give you an anecdote.
First things first, right, Silas? Get the hyperdrive system up and running. Drox can handle that now that I'm here. I can pilot and take over. And then after that, we head to the Jedi Temple. A course for that.
Yeah.
That would be the most suited plan.
The computer shows you several different paths that it can take. All of them are currently red because there's no hyperdrive engine. And after about almost a full day, you suddenly hear the comms come to life. And It's during Ruldu's watch, but you just hear him on the loudspeaker. There is a ship hailing us. I don't know if you would want to come up here and deal with it, or if you'd like me to handle it.
Or we'll head up there and handle it.
Okie dokie, and you hear the comms go off.
Go ahead in that direction.
Yeah. The cockpit is empty when you get there. In front of you, you can see this kind of slender, long ship just floating there. It's got these 3 engines, 2 mainly on the sides, cylindrical in shape. It kind of looks like a stretched out pyramid. And you just hear over the loudspeaker, over the comm unit, as you, I'm assuming you're going to answer the call. You hear, this is Captain Humes of the Pulsar's Ghost. Is this Captain Flid Grilled?
This is Captain Flid Grill of the Winchester.
Oh. Good to meet you, Captain Grilled. I've heard some about you from one of our passengers. I believe you know him, or it, rather. ED57, Jedi Knight.
Did you just say Eedee?
I did, sir.
Is he there with you right now?
I can fetch him for you, sir.
Please do. Please do. Thank you.
Yeah. And after a moment, you hear the comms come back to life, and she's like, Mr. Captain Grilled, I have your associate here. And you hear the mic stretching.
Hello, Flid.
Eedee.
Hello, friend.
Eedee's been on. It's good to hear your voice.
It is nice to hear yours. Why are you in Tatooine?
Long story, Eedee. We had some intel, and we were looking. We were on the trail of Kalis Maze.
Why does that name sound familiar, but also sounds like something you're making up? Can we
No.
dock or land on the planet?
Sure.
Which one? I gave you 2 options.
Pick one, Eedee. Just pick one.
I would like to see you in the others. Let us land on the planet.
I think about it. The planet might not be the best.
Why?
Things haven't changed that much, Eedee. You know, we're still on the run, as always.
Well, I'm not sure if you heard, but I am a fully fledged Jedi Knight now. So I can keep you safe, Flid.
At least one of us can keep somebody safe. I guess congratulations, celebrations are in order then, Eedee.
Flid, let me hug you. Let us meet on the surface. I want to see you with the dual suns in your eyes. And you need to see the 2 rapscallions that I have found. They are quite rambunctious, and
Did I hear someone say that we're landing? Oh my god, follow me!
Flid, please. Get me off this ship.
Light a death stick.
What's all that, Edie?
Flid,
Are you in trouble?
some would say I am near capacity at losing my what I presume is mental sanity.
Eedee! Is
We're
that
gonna
you?
I
Gonna let-
shove her in the closet and lean on the door.
There is a creature on this door on this ship, and he will not stop talking to me, and that is not normally a problem.
Eedee.
But
Oh
he,
my goodness.
he
You haven't
keeps
spoken since the planet.
he keeps trying to
Oh,
touch me.
Edie, I can barely. Are you okay, Edie?
I can only hold her in the closet for so long.
Flid, we are going to land, and I am going to hug you, and we are going to leave on the Winchester.
we're meeting one of your friends.
Flid, goodbye. And I hang up the call.
Flid, I can't wait to meet you.
And
Excellent.
Captain, follow this ship wherever they land.
Rox, prepare for landing. I think Edie might be in trouble.
You hear him. All right.
Eedee.
I don't know what good Voodoo is going to be.
He better shape up and get ready.
This is gonna be
Eedee,
my
I have
first time
not been
doing
able
that.
to open this door in what seems like days, but thankfully Jargo pushed me in here and I can finally talk to you.
I'm not in there.
He's not in the closet. He was in the comms room.
Yeah.
You're alone in the closet, dog.
Oh, I'm in Eedee's closet, so I'll just wait for him.
I'm just gonna
Yeah.
from the control panel. I'm just gonna lock the closet from the outside.
I shake Edie's hand.
Eedee, I've been wanting to talk to you since the planet. Come on.
He has knocked on this door every day. Does he
I'm
not
just
know I
waiting.
was mourning?
Yes, but I'm here to help you, to distract you, because I want you to
walk
train
away.
me.
I take Jargo and I'm like, tell me more about yourself. Have you recovered from being shot by this creature?
I offer him a death stick.
Oh, I apologize. I have
I offer him a
lungs.
death stick.
I don't have lungs.
Oh, more for me. I smoke
think
another
that
death stick.
Death is in the name. That could kill you.
Not dead yet.
Almost. You remember when he shot you?
I'm okay.
Listen, I keep hearing about shooting, and I've said a million times that I didn't do it on purpose, and I learned my lesson, and I'm gonna make it up to you.
I will shoot you through the closet door. You wanna
Oh,
say
wait till we
something else?
land. Okay, goodbye.
I shoot him through the closet door.
What? No. What?
Not actually. It was a
Okay.
joke.
A quick step out of the way.
Yeah. So the ships come to a landing on the outskirts of the Great Dune Sea, as it probably would not be safe to land in any of the cities. And the two ships are vastly different. The Winchester is kind of thin and round and kind of squat, whereas
That's a beauty.
the Pulsar's Ghost is just this 3-story long sexy ship in its own right.
Is it really the Zatzek?
It's not.
Or is this a different ship?
This is a different ship. The Zatzek was destroyed.
Okay. Oh, that's right. It was blown up.
Yep.
Rip radio.
By Senator Rames.
Fuck that guy.
He said rip radio.
Yep. Radio will be missed. But you descend and you see Drox, you see Ruldu, and you see Flid, and there's this human woman that looks to be in Republic Medical, in a Republic Medical outfit.
Oh, okay. I'm wary. All right. I walk towards the Do I know Ruldu?
Yeah, because you were introduced to him, and you're the.
Okay.
No, you don't know Ruldu.
Yeah, I didn't think I did.
No, he's one of the Vergethan.
Yeah, I was busy meditating with the green man.
Yeah, Master Yoda.
Okay.
I think you think you didn't meet Ruldu because you were like, I love him already.
No, that was just me talking, crosstalk.
Okay.
Yeah.
Never mind. So yeah, so you haven't met Ruldu.
Hello. Drox. It Flid. Hello.
He go up to Eedee and give him a hug.
Hug him back.
Yeah.
I missed you.
It's good to see you.
There's a clear view plate, so you can see Eedee.
This is a new look for you, Eedee.
I'm deciding to embrace myself.
And I just give him another hug.
I open up the porthole.
Oh.
Can you give me a real one?
Oh.
Oh shit.
I go up. Are you sure? It's
Been a long time. You're my family.
I go and just embrace
Crystal.
the crystal, the shard.
You hear behind you. Why is he hugging that strange droid's power core? I do not understand. And Drox is like, you have to be there.
Is this a Vergethan?
Yeah.
Did you adopt a Vergethan when I didn't see you leave the planet?
That was.
Why is your droid saying that I am adopted? I would never be adopted by something as grotesque as you. Your big bulbous eyes and your massive ears. Yeah, we look nothing in common.
Does he know what adoption is?
I just give this look, the death stare at Rudu. Rudu, don't you to be somewhere on the ship and man to it?
He shrugs. Not really.
Or find something else to do.
He nods. Drox waves at you. Good to see
Have you heard
sir.
from Aquila?
A few months ago, yeah. I heard a little bit about her. She's doing good.
She is taking quite a shine to a young gentleman named Jin.
So I heard.
Yes.
I hope I don't have to have a conversation with him.
No, he is the apprentice of my own master, so it is going well.
How you been, though?
I am all right.
New body?
I've not seen... just a little bit of a touch-up.
Jedi Knight.
Yeah.
Ready?
I've been promoted. They have not assigned me library position yet, which is what I really want. I'm currently on some form of ambassadoring to random areas in the dead space, I suppose is not the proper name, but that is what I am calling it right now. Wild space. That is what it's called.
Behind Eedee, you can see 6 people descending the ramp. One of them is a female Twi'Lek. Another one is a race that you've never seen before that has this paraplegia kind of thing. There's a squat-looking Lasat, a human, male, a Gamorrean male, and what looks to be a Sarian female.
I haven't been let out of the closet, correct?
You have been let out of the closet.
Oh, finally.
You're the one with paraplegia.
You behave yourself.
Hey, I'm just happy to be on solid ground. It's been a while.
That's
Tat-
fine. Take the sand in between your
Tatooine,
toes.
yeah, Tatooine is not exactly solid, but it is planetary territory, and it is breathable
Listen,
space.
I'm able to kick stuff up, and I'm just happy about that. So, Edie,
Can you stop kicking sand, please?
I'm not kicking it at you. I'm allowed to do what I would like to do. And I'm going to enjoy kicking my feet on the ground. I feel like people don't have a proper tone to me, but I'm just trying to make friends with you.
Flid, that is he is a stowaway.
Not a stowaway. I'm a self-prescribed employee. It's a pleasure to meet you, Flid. We haven't met before, but I just heard your voice recently, and you seem to be a friend of Eedee, and I look up to Eedee as a bit of a idol at the moment. So I think that we'll make quick friends.
And that other gentleman over there is Jargo. Actually, Silas would get along with him just fine.
Pleasure to meet you.
Where?
He hasn't said anything yet. Did I scare him off?
Flid, where is Silas? Is he still on the Winchester with Barnaby?
Let's go inside, Edie. Let's go inside the Winchester. Let everybody here get acquainted.
Well, I can't wait to meet this Silas guy. He sounds pretty cool.
He is. He's the fastest gunman this side of.
You told me, and you told me I'd get very much along with him.
Yes, yeah. Well, he's probably going to want to shoot you in the head, but I'll stop him.
I already like this guy.
I could just say that everybody I've met so far, despite my incredibly optimistic demeanor, has wanted to do that to me, and I have won them over. So I think that'll work out just fine.
See, that's like a scorch mark on my arm.
When I first met Silas, he shot me in the head twice.
Yeah, he definitely will shoot you.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if I'll be as lucky, but okay, let's just wait and see. We're going into that ship.
The two of you stay here. Get acquainted with Drox and the Vagethan man.
Do I have to stay with the lizard?
Yes, you are. I am appointing you as his guardian.
You make it seem like I'm a child.
Also,
you
could the two of you transfer the carcass over to the Winchester for me?
Right. Come on, you're doing the heavy lifting, Har.
Will you forgive me if I do?
I'll think about it.
That's something. Let's go.
Flid, you won't believe what we found on this planet. It was a giant spider-like tiger with a core heart of cortosis.
Oh, sounds like you have you've nothing but good news.
Yes.
Jedi Knight, you found this interesting new finding.
Yes, I mapped down the coordinates. I presume you, Silas, and I could probably take at least one more in a fight, and then we could harvest the insides, and then use it as a form of coating in what I would presume is an endeavor to create a new armor source for at least the two of you. I would like the both of you to be safe.
At this point, my ears begin to wiggle. I'm trying to maintain composure from. Edie, we gotta let's move along, Edie. Let's move along. We'll talk inside the Winchester.
All right. Who is the Republic officer with you? Why are you with the Republic?
Let's see.
All right.
Where do you take him?
Why is it so heavy?
Going to the cargo. The cargo area.
Okay. You see that there is what looks to be a feminine Celestin trapped in carbonite.
See, no, I take her. She's not in the cargo hold. She's in the
Oh,
in one of the rooms. Yeah. That's right.
okay.
Sorry. So I take him to the room.
Okay. And you see that Barnaby's kind of keeping watch.
Barnaby.
He jumps down and just rushes over and just holds your shin.
All right, pick him up. Barnaby, you never got to meet Charlie. But I have him right here. And as soon as I get back to Coruscant, I'm going to put him in another droid, and you two are going to be best friends.
You see the little top of his head open up, and the holo projector shows you the same picture of all of you kind of together.
Oh, that's such a sweet photo of us. I remember that like it was yesterday. What an ugly form I was holding.
Yeah, that is the truth. Eedee, not one of your best looks.
But it had that amazing voice.
I'm trying to forget that voice.
Do you want to see a new trick that I installed?
He's Eedee.
What is wrong, Flid? I can sense it from here.
Yeah. I don't know how to. Silas is
What?
he's gone, Eedee.
Where did he go?
No, he's died. And Nella died. Saving my life. And I point at aim as well.
Flid, what are you talking about?
Gone. He's dead.
I would like to probe his brain.
That is aggressive. You trying just to see his surface thoughts, or are you actually gonna?
I want to see the moment myself.
Okay. Have you make a sense roll? See what you get. 20.
Ooh, first roll of the night.
Yep. It's not terrible.
Crit.
You start to push through the surface thoughts. You can see that he is dealing with a lot of grief. There's sorrow. There's a sense of not being enough. And you sift through his memories of the last 24 hours, and you see the exact moment of when Silas pushed the sled containing AIM out of a cargo containment, kind of makeshift garage that the Republic had set up outside of Mos Espa. And as him and Nella both brandished their lightsabers, one of the last things Silas did was shoot the control panel to make sure that the blast doors would close behind him, and he threw the gun towards Flid. The blast doors closed, The ship rocketed over above them on the street and came down at an angle so that Flid and this Republic medical officer can get aim on board. The turbo laser turrets started firing, and as they shot out of the atmosphere, part of their hyperdrive was destroyed in the process. And they've been limping around the planets in the system ever since.
So the last thing is Silas being trapped behind blast doors with Nella.
Yep. And then there's an image of Flid sitting down with Barnaby, and Barnaby showing him a hollow projection of Silas. You don't get any sound, but you do see it. You do kind of sense the sorrow inside Flid, the rage.
Flid, I apologize for probing your mind like this, but it does not appear that he is gone just behind in a locked room.
Weren't there, Eedee.
I know I was not there. What was he defending himself against?
Bunch of Republic troops and what were they? They were walkers, right?
Personal walkers, yeah.
And Republic troopers and personal walkers. Try contacting him through radio or come through the comms. Everything I just couldn't. And then Barnaby replays the recording.
Barnaby? What recording?
He shows you a hollow projection that Silas had him record, and it details a situation where Silas had foreseen something bad happening and had taken measures to kind of make sure that the best possible outcome could happen. And so he wanted to make sure that Flid knew that he was a good captain, that everything he's done for the right reasons because he's been following his heart. And then he was just like, seeing as how we haven't named the ship yet, I think the Winchester is a mighty fine name for a ship. Don't you? And the transmission ends. And you see Barnaby lower his head, sadly.
Alice was getting trained by Nella. Was training him as well. She took him on. She took him as his whatever it is, Jedi's.
Where is this base, Flid?
It's here on Tatooine.
Where on Tatooine?
Tell him where it's at.
And how how far is that from where we are?
From where you are, Mos Espa would be maybe a half hour on the Pulsar's ghost.
Did I get exact chords or just like where to look?
Where to look.
Cool. I walk out of the ship.
Okay.
And I walk straight to the captain of Pulsar's Ghost.
I follow Eedee.
Yeah. You see as you come down the ramp, Jargo and Har are halfway up the ramp with the fucking saber-toothed tiger.
Are you sure you're carrying your weight?
Just keep pushing.
Please. I'm not built for this.
Please deposit this in the cargo bay and then meet me on the Pulsar's Ghost.
Yes, Captain.
You say, buddy.
Captain,
Which one are you talking to?
Not Flid.
Okay. She looks at you. Right.
Can you, once the other two gentlemen have deposited that carcass onto the Winchester, could you just drop the three of us in Mos Espa?
I'm with you, Eedee.
I need to get something that was left behind.
Now, which three are you speaking of, sir?
Jargo, and myself.
I'm going with you, Eedee.
In the fall.
All right.
Permission. One captain to another captain.
I mean, I can't argue with a Jedi Knight, so...
I'm retrieving 2 fallen Jedi.
Oh.
So
Oh.
this is utmost Academy business at this point. Supersedes everything else that we have been doing.
Yes, of course. I'll warm up the engines.
And do you remember how we said goodbye to the last planet?
She smiles.
We may be saying goodbye to this facility in a similar way.
Now, you say facility, sir. What exactly are we up against?
Lid? Is this an old friend of ours?
It is, Eedee. Old friend that doesn't take no for an answer.
We're up against a galactic terrorist.
I see.
But this is a mission that only stays between us. And how many credits do I have on me now?
Maybe like 500.
I slept for 400 credits.
She looks down at them. I guess my time with the Republic has come to an end then.
Possibly.
All right.
You are, boss.
All right, looks like we're aiming to misbehave, boys.
What's happening? I'm so exhausted.
All right. Come on in, find a seat, and let's
Are we going back into space again?
Before I board the Pulsar's Ghost, I'm gonna go to Drox. Drox, give him instructions to start continue prepping the Winchester and everything.
Nah, he looks at you. He's like, "Yeah, I'm halfway done with the repairs here. If you're gonna leave, I guess I can try to talk Rudu into helping out somehow. But if I had a couple more hands, we could definitely make some quick work of this. So just keep that in mind."
Captain, is it possible for the remainder of the crew to stay behind and assist with the repair of the Winchester?
If it's all right with Captain.
She looks at the other crew members and she's like, I mean, you want to leave behind my comms officer, my weapon specialist, and my quartermaster. Clearly, the one who would be best used here is Jargo.
No, I've already loaded Jargo into danger, and Jargo knows how to take care of Ha, and I was going to take Ha anyway.
Wait, you're taking me?
Let's
I'm
just...
taking care of anything.
we are...
Oh, you do like me!
I point my blaster at him and tell him to shut up.
Oh, hush.
I think your whole crew can stay on board. This is going to be an incredibly precise mission.
When I'm being invited, Jargo, do you hear that?
Yeah.
You know, he says I'm invaluable and I need to go on this mission. Or else he'd take someone else. And of course he's taking you too, because you are just as valuable.
You know, you make me blush.
Oh, all right, Fuzz. Let's save it for the battlefield. Let's figure out where we're going first. I have no idea what we're doing yet. I just know that Eedee wants it.
The ship's engines rock as it pulls itself out of the sand, and it starts to just fly off towards Mos Espa.
I trip Har.
Dude, wait, is that the ship?
No,
Yep.
you're on the ship.
No, I know, but the ship going... Did that make me fall?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I'm sorry, I'm a bit excitable. Eedee, what's the plan?
Please give me a moment, Ha.
Of course, you do need those. Hello, Flid. We'll get to talk later, but I sense that I should not be here right now. I'm gonna run around and work off this extra energy.
I mean, what is the plan?
Flid, what do you remember from the base exactly? What exactly are we walking into? Because I'm going in to get our brother and his sister.
It was like a warehouse.
Do you see any security cameras?
I really didn't notice.
You remember if there was one door or many?
I tried to think back and see how many doors and cameras and everything there was.
Oh, make a
Guessing that
perception
wherever
check.
we're going. Is it safe to guess that wherever we're going, they aren't very hospitable to general people?
You'll get your shoddy back when we get to the location.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying if these people are neutral to us, then maybe we can just sort of walk on in that way.
You know? He is right. They don't know me and Argo.
And they don't know me. Well, not in this form.
You're gonna have to hide your little crystal skull there.
Yeah, I was gonna say if they recognize you and you have that whole deal going on, they might be like, "Hey, isn't that rock that we've seen before?"
And then we're humped.
If they see the rock, or if who I hope not to find sees the rock, they will be running the other way.
Oh, so that's a good thing. So are we barging in, or are we inventing a way to introduce ourselves?
I think we should stealth in.
That is something that I can do.
When we get word from Flid, if they remember security details, we'll have a better understanding as to which way we should go. I have a feeling that they would not have disposed of the bodies, but or at least they would not have disposed of the lightsabers.
Ooh,
we're in there looking for dead Jedi.
Yes.
What did Flick get on his perception check?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you. What did I need to roll?
Perception?
I'm excited for the lightsabers part. If there are any extra, I'd love to have one.
Got an 11.
Yeah, you don't remember any video cameras. You remember that there is one main door. There might have been a side door that you had discussed going through. You're not sure after all this happened to you and everything. It's hard to.
It's a bit overwhelming and everything.
Yeah.
I pat him on the shoulder twice.
Flid, you don't have to go in there. I don't want you to upset yourself.
No, no, I feel that I need to.
If someone has something to get off their chest, then they should just do it. Come on, Eedee. What are you afraid of?
I feel that I need to, Eedee, and the same. I'm not the same Flid that you last saw 2 years ago.
But you're still the same father figure I've always known.
Oh, this is so cute.
Huh?
Yes.
You know exactly how to ruin a good moment.
Put my hand on my blaster pistol, and I raise an eyebrow at Har.
What are your specialties?
I feel like nobody wants me on this ship.
I'm asking you a question.
My specialties are I'm very good at, well, general hiding, stealing, and, well, talking to people, I'd say would be my specialty.
You're hiding. All right. So you're probably
Also, I'm learning how to make medicine. That's something that I'm just trying to learn as a hobby. I'm getting pretty good at it, I like to say. But there's nothing that...
Death stick.
So you're probably going to be our main man on the inside.
Well,
do we have a spare comm for her?
I mean, he's got a comm.
Oh, he's got a comm?
From the Pulsar Ghost crew.
Okay.
Oh, I thought you said gun. I was nudging at Jargo for a second.
I said you'd get it when you're on the ground.
Well,
Have we landed in Mount Espa yet?
No, not yet.
Not yet? Okay.
Well, I look forward to it.
I think here's a good plan.
I'll get you something pretty, Jargo.
Not Jargo. If you can get onto the roof of this warehouse and find a way inside from a possible ventilation system, I can probably try and access a database and give you instructions on how to get to what would possibly be a like storage area of some kind where bodies could possibly be held. Do you remember how deep it went?
The cockpit door opens, and you see Guntar come out. And he's just like, I've been hailing the Republic base that's there, the outpost, and I'm getting no response, Master Jedi. What do you think we should do?
Turn to Flid. Was it a base? Was it a warehouse or a base?
It looked like a warehouse. Like a warehouse.
Land us on the opposite side of the area. I don't hail the base.
Alright, it's just that it looks like a base from up here if you want to come take a look at it.
Oh yeah, I pull Flid into there.
Yeah.
I go.
Yeah,
I
you get an aerial view of the situation. You can see where excuse me, the broken down walkers are still at. You can see the discarded kind of aether sprites that they were working on. But it looks empty.
That's the place.
You're asking me into an empty building?
It wasn't empty. How long has it been since? Like what? Like a day?
A day.
I'd like.
Did anyone come off? Did anyone come off planet that you know of?
I wouldn't know. Honestly, Eedee.
Pull us down across.
She nods and she finds a place not too far away to land outside the city.
Yeah, well, there goes my big moment.
We're walking right in. That's not right. They shouldn't be shut down like that.
Mm-hmm.
You guys walk through the
Wait.
streets. Go ahead.
I thought we were already there. I wanted to check for traps. But...
You walk through the city streets, people kind of looking in awe. Some are scared. They see the Republic kind of coloration of the droid body.
Oh, I'm in robes. I'm covered.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't want anyone to know.
Okay. Yeah, they some of them are in shock. They look like things have happened recently that have kind of shifted the idea of what was normal here. Some people do kind of come up to Har and like they point, or they'll like make commentary about the skin flaps that he has kind of sticking out of his body, like paraplegia. And but you get over to what was the warehouse, and you can see that the blast doors are still closed. People are not in the area. They've moved away, and they're actively keeping themselves out of the area.
Could I confront some of the people walking around?
Sure.
I walk up to the people who were pointing at me and commenting on my flaps.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, what's going on around here? I'm sensing a weird sort of vibe going around.
You Republic?
Last time I checked, no. What's up?
All right. Just the Republic made a big stink about being assaulted by pirates, and they took it out on some of the poor people that work here.
Just always blaming just the general people for crazy stuff that happens. What even did they do?
I mean, they shot up the place awful bad. They were looking for someone.
Do you know what that was?
Nah, I don't pay attention. I keep my nose down, keep my eyes forward. Especially
How long
with
has
the
it
Republic.
been?
Happened yesterday.
That soon? You guys aren't even going to check out the wreckage? I'd be looting that place if I were you.
Nope.
You really want to loot Republic stuff?
No, they blew it up.
The way the Republic and the Jedi are, I wouldn't touch that with somebody else's hands.
What if it was our hands?
I mean, if you want to go in there,
nobody will cause a stink if we decided to check it out, right?
If you want to go in there, by all means. But I know,
right.
I know better.
Well, thank you for your help. If I'm looking for any more, I'll look for you. And I toss 1 credit.
Yeah, he tosses it back. He's like, "Nah, I wasn't here," and he just kind of starts to blend into the crowd.
Heard. All right. Well, these people are wigged out. You got all that, Eedee?
Yes. Let's go open those blast doors.
Yeah, if they're not going to check it out, that's stuff in our pockets.
Flid, are you sure you're good to continue? You're muted.
Let's do this, Eedee. You two ready? And I look at Dargo and Har.
I'm dying to do something since we landed on this ball.
You'll be dying soon if you don't shut up.
Listen, we'll make enemies of whatever we find in between those doors.
I shove his face and I check the door for traps.
Okay. Make a perception check. So, When you make a check, the skill has a die code. Since we're using Roll20, we're not sponsored. You just hit the die code, the die button next to the skill, and it'll roll. You roll a 10. Does not look trapped.
It looks okay if you want to open it.
I'm just gonna pop it open the way I always do.
With your ability?
Yeah.
All right.
Afraid he was going to pull out his sword. I don't think people are really into that kind of stuff.
21.
21. Damn. After a moment, you hear the loud clanking, the metal grinding against metal, and you see the blast door start to open. Inside, you can see what looks to be just this Aether Sprite in the middle of being repaired, it looks like.
In what?
Aether
Is it being worked
Aether
on or
Sprite?
just left in repair?
Left in the middle of repairs. It looks like the engine is been pulled out. The parts of its stabilizers are out and being worked on the or were being worked on the working table. There's a cargo container that looks to be empty, but you can see what looks to be some kind of medical readouts, some medical computers. In the distance, you see another blast door that looks to have been closed as well, but you see the telltale sign of a lightsaber cut. There's a hole that looks to have been cut into that blast door.
Can I tell if it came from inside the blast door or outside the blast door?
I was just about to ask Flid that.
You could try to make a technical roll.
Flid,
That's not my forte.
was this your exit or your entrance?
This is the exit.
Did they close the doors on you and you cut your way out?
As he pushes out, he.
You guys really do have a habit of making your own doors, huh?
It works.
I need to get me one of those. Didn't you say there might have been some sitting around here?
Yeah, yes. So there's no bodies,
No.
which means the Republic cleaned up.
Yeah, so that means this place is probably taken of all valuables, but let's see if they left something behind.
Can I?
What was the thing?
No, you're good. You first. You first.
What was the thing you said they were working on in the center of the room?
An Aether Sprite. It's a Jedi Starfighter.
Oh, okay.
Those triangles.
Yeah. I would like to rummage through that ship to see if I can find anything resembling a log.
Oh, shit. Look at you using your engineering shit.
Can I do a ping for like security cameras or a database?
Sure.
Okay.
I'm gonna roll my search.
Okay.
If I see anything.
Oh, do I roll a search for that?
No, you're gonna roll a computer programming repair.
Cool.
It's under your technical. 21 with a green square. That means your die blew up.
Nice.
Search of 11. 27 for pinging cameras. You don't ping any cameras.
Okay.
15.
And all of the systems that would be responsible for like life control, life support, things like that, are all down. They're all shut down.
And I don't find a log of any kind to see where this thing has been.
You do find a log. Excuse me. It's been wiped.
Oh, can I?
Everything here is useless.
Wasn't there medical logs also at one of the tables?
There's a container There's a cargo container that has medical computers inside.
Can I take a peek?
Sure. Do you have first aid?
Yes.
Oh, have you roll that then? See if you can decipher.
Let's see what is happening here.
21. These were untouched. You can see that there is a log of a patient who is just labeled A001. And it shows a female Sullistan's life signatures. There's notes that she has survived the carbonite freezing process. She's been induced into a coma on purpose. And there's notes for keeping her alive because her blood is important for patients A002 and A003.
There's no reports on those two?
No.
Well, all I got is something about someone trapped in carbonite. I don't know how useful that is to us. Why are you guys looking at me like that?
Look at Flid.
What can you find out about that?
Well, it just says here the records on how to keep them preserved and notes about their blood being important, but...
Why?
Huh?
Why?
What does it say?
Well, it says here... Well, I'm not experienced with carbonite, but it's just an instruction guide. And it says that whoever the other two patients were here, preserved, that they needed her blood. But I can't find anything on them.
Why her blood?
It doesn't specify, just hers. Is this someone you know?
Don't think. No.
The
What about the other two?
records are blank. All we got is number 1.
Something going over my head, Eedee.
No. But some two folks we've been looking for.
Ooh. Wait. Are you saying that the other two are people that are the potentially the other patients you were looking for?
Well, they might be his sons.
Oh. Huh.
That's my boy.
Oh. Okay, so that makes a lot more sense, huh? Well, it doesn't say where she is, but
There's no security cameras. Do you know if the base goes any deeper? Flid?
We never made it that far.
Well, let's try and go down now.
That looks like a half-open door to me.
let me go along with you.
Or walking till we can find a way down, like an elevator or some kind.
Yeah.
Oh, I was pointing at the blast door that was halfway cut through.
Yeah. That's
Okay.
that's the only way into the rest of the base. As you
Do we have light in here?
No, it's all dark.
Eedee, would you mind becoming a lantern?
I
I'm gonna use my enhanced senses.
I got night vision.
Oh,
Yeah, but you put on the light last time for us.
No, we had that on our shoulder.
No, you guys had it
we
on your
had it on our
shoulder.
hazmat suits.
Oh,
I
no! I was thinking about our little buddy.
Yeah, Charlie had light.
Actually, I rolled a 17 for search to see if I found anything in that area.
Oh, that's right.
where we were at.
Nothing really important. You can see that with the blast doors still kind of mostly opened. There's blaster burns all over it. You do find signs of lightsabers that have cut through certain things. You're imagining that that's mostly why the power is off. Like they did a number on the systems in here.
So they've been this way.
Yeah, looks like it.
These were the blast doors that Flid got pushed out of.
Not the ones
Right?
with the hole. No, they're the blast doors that lead into the kind of mechanic shop are the ones that he got pushed out of. Across from there, across the entire length of the mechanic shop, is another set of blast doors that have the hole in them.
Okay.
Those lead deeper into the facility. And as you kind of do find your way down into a subterranean levels, you come across what looks to be just this archeological dig.
Oh, I do love these.
And you see the first thing that catches Eedee's attention is that there's what looks to be a shattered holocron.
Did you come this far?
No. We didn't make it. Like I said, we mostly stayed where we were at just now.
I go to the holocron. Do I know if there's any way to like repair it, or is it gone forever?
It's gone forever.
No.
Forever?
What do you think they were using AIM and those were my boys?
Did either someone really wants you to suffer, or there's something about you and your family that you don't know?
Starting to think the latter, Eedee, because since I don't know, I haven't seen my family in years. Years.
Do you remember the altercation we had on Bespin? With
Could I forget?
specifically the one in the carbonite defreezing chamber. Or the carbonite freezing chamber?
I look at him puzzled.
You'll probably take your wife back to Bespin. Get her defrozen there, and then come up with a game plan going forward.
Oh, I'm sorry to interject, but don't we need to find her first?
We have her.
He's the block of ice frozen inside of the ship.
Jagger.
Sorry.
What? Why is this not being said more openly? Let's go to Vespin. Is that the problem that we're having?
First things first. We are going to find 2 bodies. Or 2 lightsabers. Second,
Right.
we get to Bespin, unfreeze AIM, and come up with a game plan on how to find Zot and Zek.
But, question on that. Someone's looking for her, no?
Who's the officer on the Winchester?
Adeline. She said she'll keep her safe.
Is she hostage or turncoat?
Not exactly sure. All I know is that she'll keep my wife safe. And I have Barnaby keeping an eye on her.
Such
Just
a
in
good boy.
case.
Let's keep. I keep walking, I guess, until we
Yeah.
find it. I'm specifically looking now for like data pads or like a base of operations or
Can I
a
do
sign of human life. Oh, can I do a life sense to see if I can find human life?
I mean, you're gonna find a whole bunch of human life above you on the street levels.
Okay, then I'll wait until I know we're low enough that it's gotta be something that we're looking for.
But you
Could I do
do.
a
Go ahead.
perception? Wait. I'm trying to see.
Mhm.
Oh no, never mind.
Okay.
Persuasion. I was gonna ask if I can do a bit of a check to see if I can find anything of worth around here that's worth pocketing. Would that be a value check?
Yeah, or search, whichever one you prefer. Oh, 9 with a red square. That's a 1 on the wild die. That's a bad sign.
There's nothing good here.
Nah. The second that Eedee puts down his broken holocron, you immediately pick it up and you're just like, well, one man's trash is another man's treasure. You're convinced that you can somehow hawk this somewhere.
Oh well. If this thing is broken.
You descend until you can't descend any further, and you see that the Republic put this base here to protect what looks to be just this stone wall with a mural. There are, depictions of Jedi, very similar to the ones you saw in the temple where the Forgethen planet was. And all of them are pointing towards or coalescing around what looks to be this half circle. There's images of what looks to be great dragons, all kind of revering the twin suns on one side, and then there's this image of what looks to be some kind of canine that is revering a twin set of moons. But you know that Tatooine doesn't have any canine life.
Does it have twin moons?
It does not.
Can I do a planetary systems to see if I know a planet that has 2 moons?
You could certainly try, yeah.
I would do the same as well.
Sure.
I'd like to do a scholar check.
You could
See
try
if that's like
Scholar.
an emblem of some kind.
I have no idea what I'm looking at.
Yeah. You rolled Survival instead of Scholar.
Ah, dang. I mean, they're the same 4.
All right. If you want to keep that 18.
Yeah, I do.
11, 14. Jargo knows entirely too many planets that have twin moons. Flid, same
Be
thing.
anywhere.
Yeah, there's a bunch of planets that have twin moons. For Eedee, taking that as a scholar check, you... Oh, we lost somebody?
I'm back.
Okay.
I'm getting
Okay.
messaged.
The twin moons aren't the big thing for Eedee, it's the canines. They look like Lolth wolves.
What do I know about those?
They
Fall.
originate in Lothal.
Yeah, we're
And-
going to fall.
And Lothal does have twin moons. Or at least one of the planets in the system has a twin moon system.
Tatooine has Krayt dragons.
Yep.
Lothal has twin moons. And AIM was in this base?
Mm-hmm.
Flid,
Aren't there 2 kids?
Flid, what's Rames after?
I don't know, Eedee. I don't know what my family has to do with any of this.
And there's no Nella. There's no Silas. It's as if no one was ever in this base.
Adeline, all she knows, she was tasked E you to hack and go around Rain's password. Access.
Simple.
We can probably find out. We must get back to the Winchester. I think you need to talk to Adeline and something else about Adeline.
What?
Doesn't remember much.
What do you mean?
He had mentioned something that was just tasked to do that and nothing else. She doesn't remember anything else before that or anything.
She might be a droid.
I have my dealings with droids already.
There's nothing else on the mural. It's just a mural.
Just a mural. It looks like just the creation myth of the Jedi. But there's just this half circle in the center of one of the stone walls, and it has the Krayt dragons revering the twin suns, and it has the Lolth wolves revering the twin moons.
I like record it. I make a record of it. And if this is the extent of like the full passageway, I'm out. I say we go back to the Winchester.
Okay.
It feels like we've.
I second that motion. I've been getting increasing unease the more that I'm in here.
It feels like we've exhausted all resources here.
Does this belong to the Republic?
The base?
The base,
No.
the big rock, everything.
The Republic is the one who blew this place.
I mean, it is a Jedi artifact, so it does technically belong to the Republic.
Oh, that is true.
What do you think, Eedee?
Or gain here. Let's get out of here.
I think Rames is dealing with things that he shouldn't be.
Yeah, my family.
Hoorah.
He took the rest of ours. I don't think Silas is dead. But I do think he's been kidnapped.
So where are these crumbs going to take us then?
The Winchester. I think we need to analyze this more before we leave and miss something.
Sure.
And now that I know that the person who has that very important blood, someone who's very important, is being watched, and Eedee had a tone to him that I kind of want to check on her.
Okay. With you heading back to the Pulsar's ghost and heading back to the Winchester, you find Drox still in the engineering room. Ruldu's doing his best, but you hear just scuffling and yelling at each other. Excuse me. You walk up to the rooms and you come in to see the female Celestin sitting there like a block of gray ice. And you see the human medical officer kind of watching over her. Barnaby sitting there on top of the carbonite, kind of looking at both of them.
Do I remember how the aimbot activated? It was like the back of the head, right?
Mm-hmm.
Without any question, I go to the back of the woman's head and touch it. Try to see if I can activate something.
No, it is flesh.
That's a flesh.
Yeah. And she kind of looks at you strangely.
Who are you?
And she looks over at Flid. Why is your droid touching me in such a manner?
He's not a droid.
I'm Jedi Knight ED57.
She backs up. Oh.
Tell me about yourself.
Oh. And she starts to look at the crystal. Shardling. You're supposed to be myth.
And from what I saw on that base, you're supposed to be dead.
Oh, no. And she points at Flid. He saved me.
But where's the man that saved him?
That I don't know.
What do you know?
I know that I've been tasked with keeping her safe, and she points to AIM.
Do you know why she's in carbonite to begin with?
No, the files are above my pay grade, sir. They're protected by Senator Rames's personal password.
That will be easy enough to bypass.
She smiles as you say that, and she's like, I mean, you can have at it, and she hands you the datapad.
Hell yeah. I'm going to use a force point.
Ooh, baby.
So that makes it
You definitely want to get into this.
14 dice.
Mm-hmm.
That's a 45.
Now, it is computer programming. Okay, you did the right roll.
Yep. Because it's a 45, do I get my force point back?
No, because you used the force point. It needs to be a natural
That's fine.
roll.
That's fine. I want to know his password, his social security number, and where his mama lives.
Well, his mama dead.
And what he ordered last night for dinner.
Yeah, his mama dead, so thank you for bringing that up.
Good.
But you do find his registration number underneath the Republic records.
Okay.
You find out that he is currently out in what is the Kajir system, trying to settle a dispute between 4 different factions that have claim to the system. He's currently on a Venator class cruiser called the Shohongjua.
What was the password?
It was just a series of letters and numbers.
Okay.
It was like the most difficult thing to try to decrypt.
Anymore?
Yeah. He is very protective of his information.
All the information on this pad and whatever it has access to, I would like for myself.
You got
and
it.
I share it with everybody.
There is an unmodified video of the event that Flid was shown all the way back in Bespin.
I watch it myself first.
It shows the sniper in position.
Hold on. No. Hold on. Can Ike deafen himself?
Oh. That's correct. Ike, please. Okay.
Just give him a wave or something and let me know when.
Yep. So, let me. There you go. You see the sniper in position. There are 3 camera angles to this, though. There's one behind him, there's one above him, and there's one on the street level that looks to be a droid recording the situation. The sniper takes 2 shots. It is what looks to be a Sorusub sniper rifle. It's not ballistic, it is energy. And the 2 shots seem to be flowing, like the bird's eye view camera angle suddenly becomes slow motion, and it becomes gamma gamma collecting, and you can see the line of energy from the lasers as they leave the muzzle, and they start arcing their way towards where the two targets are. And then you see what looks to be this flourish of gamma, anti-gamma coloration that you know to be a lightsaber. And from the droid street level, you see that AIM has produced a lightsaber and has deflected both shots. And that's when the droid opens fire with his flechettes and stuns all three of them. A team of Black Ops descends from a hover car that literally had cloaking technology that you know is illegal. They scoop up the bodies and they disappear back into the hover car. The droid's camera shuts down. The bird's eye view camera shuts down. And the sniper who looks at his camera, you recognize as being Logan Wolf, Grand Maid Rames's personal sniper.
Not one of the guys I killed.
No, you killed. You killed Vesentine.
That's right.
But he reaches out, and the second he does come in contact with the camera, it turns off.
Oh no.
We're good?
Welcome back.
Oh.
Wow. Your reaction.
Are we good?
Your reaction, Brandon, has me on the edge right now. What did you see?
Flid, I have a video to show you.
Ooh.
Well, no, hold on. First, wait. Let me get the rest of the information first before we go down this dark path.
Yes.
Dark path?
Excuse me.
Oh, okay.
There is a bunch of information about her blood type. It is disseminated down to like the most finite and microscopic level. There's studies that have been made. There's several references to a planet that you've never heard of, where they are currently extracting her children's blood.
What's the name of the planet?
Camino.
My God. Really?
Uh-oh, spaghetti-o.
R is it, right?
Huh?
R?
Yes, hello?
What does it say about her blood type?
Well, here on the logs, it just speaks about how she has incredibly special blood, the specificities of it. It says on the logs that I was given about where the other two are.
It does. Now that Eedee has broken through the code, and you also notice that all three of them have something that most people don't have. There's a strange. The two 002 and 003 have a 4-digit MC count, but she has a 5-digit MC count.
What's mine?
You would have to go back to Coruscant.
I just wouldn't know off the top of like records.
I mean,
It's an MC count.
if you want to be,
Midi-chlorians.
if you want to be, you know,
Wait.
that guy.
He's
But
he's that guy.
I think it is a
What?
bit of hubris to just be like, I know what my midichlorian count is at all times.
I record everything. I would know at least my last checkup.
What is
We'll say that Eedee
Yeah,
has
go to
4
your general
digits.
practitioner.
4 digit? Okay. That all right. Then now I have a gauge for things.
what
Yeah.
is
Aquila has
So
5.
So it says here that they have a very high MC count. I don't know what that letter means. And so do the children. And it says where they are?
Is there any more information that is important on the datapad?
A name of a planet.
Yeah. And that they're transfusing their blood into humans.
Okay.
planet?
So, my guess is that we probably want to go there.
I show Flid the video.
Ooh.
I show Flid the video and I ask Jargo to put a gun to Har's head to keep him quiet.
Say less. Say less.
I've gotten better at reading the room, but fine, I'll hush.
What's you gonna show me, Eedee?
And
And is this really necessary? Who are these people, Eedee? I know I haven't said anything before because I've been going through a lot, but right now,
I know
it's
we've been on a thing this whole time. This is Ha, and that's Jargo. And we got into a kerfuffle with each other on the last planet, and I've kind of just decided to keep them.
Currently, I'm being treated as the resident baggage, but Edie thinks I'm important enough to keep around. Hey, Jargo?
He took my blaster to shoot a big cat and shot
We're never
me
going to let this go.
instead.
And there's no forgive and forget
Shut
for
up.
realizing the difference between a
Shut
blaster
up.
and a firearm.
Oh,
Show the video. I'll shut up.
okay. Forget I asked.
I was force sensitive, that's why I haven't abandoned him yet.
yeah.
Is that really what?
I have to take him to the academy.
Okay, Har's been actually quite helpful telling me about this information. What exactly are MC digit counts?
Watch the video first.
Outside the door, you hear just the splattering of somebody vomiting, and you just hear Rule do, "What is that? Why does it have wings sticking out of its arms? Oh, this is disgusting. Is this just a ship of grotesquities?"
Are you talking about me?
I'm gonna go clean this up. Close the door next time, and you see the door closes.
Who's that?
Yep.
Don't nobody.
Watch the video.
Sit and watch the video.
All right. Edie plays the video that he saw, and you see that it opens up very similar to the video that they showed you on Bespin. You see the over-the-shoulder view of the sniper.
What is this, Edie?
Putting himself into position.
What?
You see a bird's eye view from a drone camera that overlooks the entire distance of where the sniper is to where the targets are, and you can see them clearly marked out. And then you see a third camera angle of street level, which looks to be some kind of droid or a handheld device. Excuse me. The sniper fires his 2 shots. Plow, plow. And the bird's eye view camera slows everything down. It switches its view to gamma radiation pickup, and you see clearly the streaks of green energy from where the lasers are firing towards your children. And then there's a bright flare of light. And as it switches over to the street level camera, you notice that AIM has produced a lightsaber. And she has deflected both shots instantaneously. And as she does, you see a hand come up into view and 3 flechettes fire. And they stun all 3 of your family members. Out of nowhere, with illegal technology, a doorway from a cloaked vehicle opens up, a Black Ops team descends, picks up the 3 of them, and then disappears. The street level camera turns off. The bird's eye view camera turns off. And then the sniper turns around as if to turn off the camera that's just above him. And you recognize him as being one of Grandel Rames's personal officers, his own sniper, Logan Wolf. And as he reaches out to the camera, he turns it off. And that is the video that Eedee saw.
MC camps are midichlorians. They are, for the most part, the record of how much of the force your body is able to manipulate. And Ames, and I look at her, is so much higher than any that I've seen in a while. Your sons are on par with myself, while Ames is on par with a master. Saving your family has just become a Jedi priority, and the death of Grandel Rames has become mine.
So this is my wife. My boys are alive.
They're on Camino, and their blood is being put into humans, I presume, to make Jedis or enhanced soldiers for Rames's personal army.
We know anything about this planet?
I've never heard of Camino.
You're wrong.
About what?
That the range is not yours. Fine.
And let me get you to the door.
Am I misunderstanding something on these medical notes? That it's saying that the other patients listed here that they need her blood. So does that mean what they're trying to get from them, that they need her to keep resupplying somehow?
We just stopped the cycle. They're going to come looking for AIM, possibly. We need to find Camino, get there, save the boys, and I think I have an idea on how to get us there.
Well, what are we waiting for?
Rames is currently in the Kaga system on a diplomatic trip. I think if we can board his Venator cruiser, we might be able to find a location for Camino. Or at least that might be his next stop if they say that there's been an issue.
How are we supposed to get in contact with a ship like that?
Oh, we're not getting in contact. We're getting on it.
Is that not very dangerous territory?
I like the way you think.
Welcome to the Winchester, boys.
And on that note, I think this is a good spot to end it tonight. So I'd like to thank everybody for joining us. As always, this has been such a fantastic story to tell, and I hope that you guys are enjoying yourselves. As always, please continue to wash your hands, continue to keep your distance, continue to wear your masks in public, and if you are of age and you can get vaccinated, please get yourselves vaccinated. We're still not out of the woods yet, and with winter approaching, I know that the temperatures in my area are ridiculous. So that's going to be a breeding ground for a lot of trouble. So please get yourselves vaccinated. As always, if you're watching us live and you feel like you need to reach out and ask for help for anyone, phone numbers are going up live on the Twitch chat, because it is okay to not feel okay. And as somebody that lives with a person that is medicated for depression, I know wholeheartedly how difficult it is to win the daily battle. So please, if you feel like you need help, please get the help that you need. Do not feel like there's a stigma or a taboo about it. Mental health is physical health. It's part of our general health. So please do not take it for granted. Do not think of it as a light thing. And if you feel like you need help, please get yourself some help. If you're not in the United States, there's a link that has just gone up so that you can find the resources in your area. Because, like I said, it is important. As always, you know where to find us if you want to find some more stories. We do nothing but tabletop role-playing here. Monday will be our Vampire the Masquerade chapter of our Camarilla storyline, which has gotten really interesting since the loss of Albert Frost and the addition of Mustang Breck to the coterie. Tuesday, we're going to our second episode of the second season of our Legend of the Five Rings game, but that is alternating with our Werewolf the Wild West game, and the week after we will be meeting our Philodox. So we've met our Ragabash, who you might recognize as Captain Flid Grilled from this Star Wars game, and we've met our Theurge. So we're making our way down the auspices to the whole pack. And next Friday, you will not have Star Wars, but you will have the second episode of our new Dungeons and Dragons campaign in the Eye of the Storm, where you might recognize a certain droid, or not a droid, as a certain character who has a fantastic wolf dog named Helen, who we all love and admire. And as always, please take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and I will see you when I see you. Have a good night.